All right, hey guys, welcome or welcome back. This is Paula with Paula's Imperfect Plans, and today we are doing our budget with me for our first paycheck in August, which is August 9th. We are bi-weekly budgeters, 2 incomes, and both working 80 hours a pay period. I almost said 80 hours a week. That is not accurate. So this paycheck is going to be a little interesting, and you'll just kind of see it as we get into it. So I expect my income to be $1333.95. I expect my husband's income to be around $1540. We're adjusting to his new wage. On my mileage, or on my spreadsheet here, I have $386.93 for mileage, and I don't know if I verified that when I submitted my mileage or if that was a guess, but I guess we'll see when it gets here. So that leaves my income at $32.60.88. So if we come down to our fixed expenses, I do there's a $80 donation that we do with each, the first paycheck of each month. I budget $300 for our electric bill. I set aside $325 for vehicle and homeowners insurance premiums that are due every 6 months. Life insurance is $131 per paycheck. XM radio is $648. Our kids' insurance is $40 a month. Internet, I set aside half with each check, so I'm setting aside $25. School lunch is nothing because we're not back to school yet. Our Amazon Prime monthly payment is $748. I paid $12.83 for Kindle Unlimited. I switched from Netflix to the Disney Plus Hulu bundle, which is $10.69. HP Instant Ink is $5.29. My half of our garbage is $51, and our daycare bill every 2 weeks is $480. So let's come in and add up what our fixed expenses are here. We're anticipated to be so our fixed expenses then should look like $1474.77. If I subtract that from the $3260.88 we started with, that leaves me with $1786.11 to move forward. Coming down into our variable expenses, I pull $208. Most of these are cash. $280 for groceries every 2 weeks, $100 for eating out. Beauty, that's usually just my pedicure. That's $0 this pay period. Drinks is beer money, $60. Allowance, I'm not pulling mine in cash, only my husband's, so that's $70. Work meals, I plan $20 for this pay period. Car washes, I have budgeted just to do 1 car wash this pay period. The diesel bill at our co-op where my husband fills up his truck is $92.30. I sometimes put in like $150 for that when I start, or that's what I start with at the beginning of the month. So to be able to pull that there, it actually helps quite a bit, because then I can move that money other places. And then there are, what am I doing? Okay, so I didn't do anything for that, and I'm not very sure why, but I'll figure that out later. So I'm going to come up here, and I'm just going to put trip, since we don't have beauty there, and I'm putting $217 under trip. My son and I are going to a basketball game for his birthday present, and so I kind of pulled... and then I'm going to put this as miscellaneous, and I'll explain that. So I was just kind of pulling extra money there to see what we could cash flow. So the hotel is $126.30. Parking at the hotel is $30. That figures in $40 for food, and leaves me $20.70 for gas, which probably won't be enough, but I can always pull from just our gas sinking fund if needed to cover whatever I have to put in to get back home. So that's what that 217 breaks down as I'm trying to cash flow all those things. And then, so this miscellaneous expense, it's a whole long thing. Essentially, I bought a bunch of things. Well, my mom and I were both buying and trying on swimwear and returning to Amazon, and they're telling me that I didn't return an item that I know that I returned, and they're going to charge me, and I just don't. It's fine. So that's my miscellaneous charge that I'm going to pay and take care of. So that is all of the variable expenses. So that leaves us at $897.09 in variable expenses. If I subtract that from $1786.11 that's left to budget, that leaves me with $889.02 to carry on over to our sinking funds. When I get to sinking funds for Christmas, we do $25 a pay period into our online account. We're not doing anything for LP. Travel, we're doing the 100 envelope challenge virtually or electronically. So $4 is going to go into the travel fund. $20 getting put away to the kids account. $343.60 is going into gas from the mileage check. But I see that there's a difference there, and I'm trying to remember when I did this what... I don't know why I pulled some of that, maybe to put to the trip for gas. I'm not really sure. We'll see what happens. $25 online toward vehicles, $53 in the 52-week challenge, which goes right into our emergency fund. I'm not saving anything towards medical right now. My $70 allowance goes into the tattoo sinking fund, and nothing goes into summer daycare. I think that's it. So then our cash envelopes are at $252. So savings challenge that fund our cash sinking funds. 4 plus. So that leaves this total at $729.60. And if I subtract that from $889.02 that was left after our variable expenses, that gives us $159.42. To budget. Which means that either my math is off or I just forgot something that I needed to put in here, because that's not right. Hang on. So I wrote down $729.60, and this is actually $792.60. So I transposed numbers there. So if I take the $792.50 and I subtract that from $889.02 that we have left, that leaves $96.42 here in our that leaves $96.42. Here, that leaves nothing in our buffer, so we still have $96.42, and then we will put the $96.42 on our HELOC as a principal only payment toward our extra debt, which leaves us with our, whoa, sorry about that, with our zero-based budget. So, as always, there's sometimes some little whatever there that I have to work out, but we make that work. So that is our budget with me for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye.